Good morning, Mike and Arlen, our Philippine journey. Thanks for joining. Really do appreciate it. If you're a subscriber, welcome back. If you're new to the channel, welcome to the channel. We hope you'll subscribe. Can money buy you happiness in the Philippines? Well, that's an interesting concept, one that I think is changing, to be honest with you. Not just because of what you can buy, but because of how things are. We'll talk about it.
I never got it, why'd you have to go? I guess this world's too slow for you. I think there's beauty in the gray, the cold, but you just want the gold. And there's no way I can beat it, cause I got no chance, no chance when it comes to her. She got the glitter and the fame, and I just wasn't enough.
Okay. Now, before we talk about it, two things I have to get out. Number one, look, please watch the entire video. If you want to make a comment, if you want to be positive, negative, whatever, make sure you've watched the entire video. If you know, I cannot explain myself multiple times, and Arlene responds to multiple comments as well. She's only gonna, repeat herself so many times, and the answer is already addressed in the video. So please, if you're going to comment, watch the entire video. We try to keep them under 12 minutes. Number two, we put a lot of effort into these things. It is a hobby, but the best way for you to support this channel and to support our effort is to subscribe and hit that thumbs up. We would certainly appreciate it. And then one small other piece. Do not include links in your comments. They will not post. Oftentimes YouTube just pushes them out. We don't even see them. Sometimes they go into held for review, and we can't even approve it to be posted in the comments. Secondarily to that, we don't want to put a link in the comments to you that might contain something malicious. So we just don't allow it, even if YouTube will allow it. Do not put links in the comments, please. All right. Can you buy happiness in the Philippines? Well, sure. You can buy happiness anywhere by that broad description. Okay? It's that simple. But the price of happiness, by leaving it such a broad misnomer, is huge. What's it take for you to be happy? I had something interesting, and this is why I bring this up. We've actually had discussions about, or that skirted around this before, but something just recently happened, and I'll bring it up. In conversation with some buddies, one of my buddies says, I can afford to do whatever I want. I have the money. I am the king. I can buy whatever I want. And financially, he's pretty well set. Sure, he can. Does that make him happy, though? Being able to buy what you want. Okay? Maybe it's different because of the way I was raised. My mother is French and immigrated to Canada, later immigrating to the U.S. My father is Greek, immigrated to the U.S. I was raised in maybe a different way. I was born in the U.S., raised in Asia, came back to the U.S. as a teenager, 13 years old. All right, 14 years old. So I was raised a different way. But how do you buy happiness? Isn't happiness just come a different way? Sure, you can afford this or you can afford that, but some people don't need all that. Happiness for them is a very simple life. Is that what makes them happy? Does it require a ton of money to do that? Are there ways that they'll find relationships that are willing to be had with limited budgets? Yeah, there are. We've seen it. You know, that brings us to the next part of the rising cost and the difference in the people that we see. Generationally, over the years, the vast majority of foreigners coming to the Philippines to live are either children of military members who were stationed here and raised here for a number of years, or they are military members that were stationed here, raised here, or at least stationed here, all right, and became involved in relationships. That generation is dwindling, okay? You know, the guys that were stationed here in the 70s and the 80s, they're reaching the end. It's a newer, younger, different group of people. And we see people coming over at different ages. Now, I guess what I'm trying to say is that their ideology over the others is much different. Some people came here, were stationed here, and fell in love with the simple lifestyle and the generosity, the sweetness, whatever you want to call it, of the people. Some people came here and they fell in love with other aspects. I mean, quite frankly, any island in the Philippines beats the shit out of Detroit as far as I'm concerned. But it is what it is. Can you buy your way to happiness? It depends on what level it takes for you to be happy. What we are seeing is a rising cost. Okay. Now, I don't like to use us as an example because we're a little bit atypical. I'm not going to lie. We don't, we don't pump rainbows and unicorns up people's asses. We tell you right off the get go, we are atypical. We could financially retire most anywhere that I wanted to retire. Okay. We have properties in other countries, properties in the U.S., financially secure. And that's about all I really need to say about that. But we actually live a pretty simple life. Now, granted, we live a Western lifestyle when it comes to amenities. Not gonna lie. You know, we have 2 homes. We have a condo here in Angeles City. We have a home in Mindanao. We have multiple vehicles. We have scooters. We have, all kinds of shit. And we travel and everything that goes along with it. But that's what makes us happy. Could we do less happy? Sure. For instance, today I got to do something that isn't really happy. Okay? Something I'm not real happy about. Arlen says we need to go grocery shopping. I know what that means. I know that we're either going to S&R or we're going to Landers. I know that we're going pretty early this morning. They are, both of them. I think actually S&R opens at 9, but Landers opens at 10. So Arlen will pick me up from breakfast, I'm sure, and we'll head on our way. I hate going grocery shopping. I hate dealing with the whole experience. I hate it. But it's part of life. Am I happy? Yes, without a doubt. I have a wonderful wife. I have a wonderful daughter. My daughter graduated from college this year. She's now working on her master's level stuff and her applications for vet school in the U.S. My life is good, other than some other non-financial factors that don't have anything to do with family. But can you do it? What's it take? What we're seeing is people coming over with much higher financial positions. We're seeing people basically that have considerably higher incomes. The number of guys coming over that are living on Social Security alone and a minor amount of savings, those number of guys, I think, are becoming less and less as the years continue. But some of them that are coming are more and more. Where you would have seen some guys come over on Social Security of $1,500, $1,800, $2,100 a month, we know people that are on Social Security where their Social Security is over $3,000 a month. We know people that did 20 years in the military or 20 plus, retired with their military pension, and they have their Social Security. And they have some savings for some years that they worked between military retirement and physical retirement. People are coming here with more money. But can you buy that? Can you use that money to buy happiness? I'm not so sure. And what I mean is you can't buy happiness if you're not a happy person. If you aren't happy, you're not going to find it at the bottom of your wallet. I don't think. But you know what? Let's find out what you think. In the comments below, please tell me what you think. I know you can say you can buy anything, but can you buy happiness? Really? In the comments below, I'm sure there'll be a lot of them. Let us know. And you know what? More than that, tell us what you think it costs here in the Philippines to buy happiness. Let's find out. Thanks so much. We hope you have a great day.